Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm GraysonDel, and today's a special one. This is our first ever movie review, and I'm joined by my good friend Johnson. Johnson, please introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Johnson. I'm excited to talk about Superman.
Superman, that's right. We went to go see it today, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I had many thoughts. There was a lot of things that I needed to figure out and put my mind to it. Johnson's a little bit more knowledgeable in this universe, so I was asking a lot of questions because I kept on like leaning over and I was like, what is happening? Like, who is this?
If you do like not into like comic books or like DC stuff, you don't know a lot of like characters.
That's true.
There was a lot of character.
There were a lot of characters, and that's something that I don't know if it served the movie well, but it does set a blueprint, I guess, for spin-offs and things.
Yes.
Because they
spin off with other characters.
So many characters.
Way characters.
Yeah, there were. To be honest with you, it felt like there were too many characters, almost. But I don't know if that was necessarily a bad thing because I definitely enjoyed the movie. So I'll give you guys.
I think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing because universe, because they already introduced superhero like super meta human already. So we're gonna see that a lot.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give our brief little thoughts unfiltered. So this will be the filtered version because obviously we don't want to spoil anything for you guys. And then after we're done with the spoilers talk, we're gonna do a countdown. We'll do a 3, 2, 1, and then I will also put icons somewhere in the middle between both of us to essentially tell you where we are about in the process of the discussion. We're gonna do this for every movie that we end up watching and doing a review for. So we'll have the spoiler free with a review consensus, and then we'll go into spoilers, and there's plenty of spoiler conversations.
Plenty of spoiler, dude.
So many
there's
things.
So many things, dude.
So we're gonna make this quick. We're gonna get into the spoiler free, talk a little bit about what we can say without spoiling much, and then we'll get into spoilers. So let me start off with the groundwork here. This is a Superman that's been doing it for a while. I'm not going to get into the specifics of how long, but when you go into this, it's not like a Henry Cavill story or an origin story. You know what I mean? They're going into it. He has been Superman
for a while.
He has a history, and there's relationships with characters that have already been established, so we're not going from the very beginning. And Lois Lane and
amazing job, dude.
Yes, and the relationships with all of these characters have already been established. We're not doing any of that, the whole Superman growing up on a farm,
or like meeting them the first time, or like getting the job at the so no origin story at all.
They got rid of the entire
in the action. They just straight up put in the action, next action. Sometimes it's so quick there, it's just you're gonna cut your breath. They'll just smile the whole time.
And I'll tell you, there was a lot of like, oh shit, oh crap. Like, I don't know why, but like every time I was like, oh.
It's another episode of Justice League, dude. It's just, it's just so much going on sometimes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say in the beginning of the movie, it was a little confusing. I was kind of like lost on where we were because there's just so much to unpack. I'll get more into this on the spoiler side, but then it kind of moves in. A lot of the scenes from the trailer kind of push you through, so you get to see Crypto, which is the dog. And I'm not spoiling this, is in the trailer, so I do want to say if it's in the trailer, we are going to talk about it very briefly.
And what is it, Justice League Society 2. Red Sea, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, and Hawkgirl.
Yep. So all of these characters, and we're not going to get into anything that's not in the trailers. We also see what looks like a meta-human or some form of another super fighting Superman and kicking his ass a little bit, which is kind of crazy. So it was interesting because there was a lot of moments where you almost feel like this was a Superman trying to figure out his identity.
Yes.
And
So
yeah.
this Superman's also like, I don't want to say weaker, but like he's getting his ass beat, dude. You can see in the trailer too, dude.
Yeah.
He's getting his ass whooped left and right. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot because show him he's like his weaker side. His weaker side, I guess, his human side. He's not just walking indestructible. He have his vulnerability side too. This guy, his ass beat and beat. And that's what Superman is. He get up and he save human.
And he just kept going. Yeah.
This movie he saved like a lot of like people, not just human. He like other thing too. Exactly. We'll get to that later in spoiler.
Exactly. And it almost shows you what the S really stands for. They're not going into what they did with Henry Cavill's Superman, where the S stands for hope. They didn't even get into any of that mumbo jumbo or anything. And honestly, there's some other stuff in spoilers which kind of is going to talk about like the whole identity, like who he is as a person. And I kind of love how the movie comes to a close where he accepts who he is, and I feel like this is really good. It's a really good way to set up this DC studio, or the DC EU studio is what they're calling it when it's a James Gunn universe film, which is really nice.
Talk about the villain before spoiler.
Okay, yeah.
Lex Luthor was amazing.
Yes, so Nicholas Hoult,
excellent job, dude.
Nicholas Hoult played an amazing Lex Luthor, and I mean this is a Lex Luthor. Yeah,
he can show emotion, dude. He's like, you can see it from the trailer too. He's like hating, dude. He want glazed hater, dude.
But it was serious.
Really don't like Superman at all.
It was serious. That the hate. He like Lex Luthor has always been known for hating Superman. He's like the number one for hating Superman. He doesn't like the idea that somebody can be seen as a god, right? Lex wants that title. He wants to be that, right? So it's like there's like this weird line, and there's even like, I don't know if you caught it, but during the movie there was this one little scene where they were saying kind of like
flourish.
Yeah, without spoiling.
Yeah, without spoiling. It was a little bit floodyish.
There was a little bit of like a moment where they brush on this obsession, and I don't know if that was like intentional, but he did a great job. And then his accomplices, who are also evil,
engineer, and well, the little henchmen that in the room with them, those are like, I guess. Let's talk about that.
We'll get into it in the spoilers.
Yeah, we'll get into the spoilers.
But one thing is, we know that Lex Luthor was a great villain, and he's still
amazing villain, dude.
He's still in the universe, so I'm sure that there's gonna be more. Obviously, Superman doesn't kill. That's kind of his motto. They did a good job with it. Yeah.
Well, we'll get to spoiler later when he trying to say everything he can.
Yes.
The engineer is also amazing too. Yeah, I think she did a very good job for what she can do.
Yes. Yeah. So I didn't even know who this character was in the DCEU. So when I saw this character, I was like, I leaned over. I was like, who is this person? Like, I was so lost on who they were. I've never seen them in the DCU, but I thought it was pretty cool. Where there was a little bit of stuff there, spoiler stuff I'll get into later. So all in all, let's just get into the review here. What would you give the movie? Honest review.
9 out of 10.
A 9
in
out
my
of 10?
opinion, 9 out of 10. There's few CGI that are kind of lacking. You can kind of tell the CGI wasn't in there when, especially when he's flying. I don't know. I didn't like when he's flying with the zoom on his face, and I didn't like it. Looks a little bit wonky in my opinion. But
gotcha.
I think other than that, there's maybe there's a couple of jokes that didn't land, But I think it's amazing. I would recommend it.
Yeah.
At least watch it once. I think it would experience theater, big screen if you can. Dude. It's amazing.
So I'm gonna say the movie was a solid 8.5. And
yes, dude.
And I also
with a lot of show too.
Yeah, I also feel like it's been one of those things where they're always walking this line where it's like, okay, well, we're rebooting the DCEU. So what do we do to kind of make this fresh again, right? That's always the struggle.
Yes.
So,
that's not what they get rid of all the origin stories.
So if I had to take the superhero aspect out of the movie and just out of the pure enjoyment of watching the movie, it is a solid 9. It's a solid 9. It's a great movie. I was not bored. I was not bored, and I was wide awake throughout the whole thing, laughing. I had moments where I was covering my eyes. I had moments where I was like, oh shit, like I was blown away by some of the stuff that was happening. But like that is coming, like you kind of have to take away what you envision, just go into this. And like Johnson said earlier, it is definitely a weaker Superman. And I like where it's heading, right? It's a weaker Superman, but it's showing that like he's not at peak yet. So this is
exactly.
a good, yeah, it's a
this
good
is early
start.
on Superman. He's also not trying to hurt anybody either.
8.5 on the superhero scale of movies, and a solid 9, just like Johnson. We're in agreement on this. If you take out all the superhero stuff, you're just going into this movie with a blank mind, it's a solid 9. I guarantee you're gonna walk out enjoying this film. It was a great film. But let's get into the spoiler territory, and we'll kind of break into a little bit more of what happens in the film, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things here. Let's break into it. Alrighty, guys. So this is the spoiler side of the discussion. Please do heed that we are going to talk about a lot of the things that were happening in the movie. We're going to start from the beginning. I'm going to kind of unpack, and then Johnson's probably going to talk about a lot of things along the way.
Yep. I'll just join in.
Yes,
that's a lot.
Yes,
that's all I would say.
Just like Johnson was saying, there are so many heroes, so many villains. There was just so many things to like wrap my head around. So many cameos. I was like blown away by the cameos. So first thing we're gonna go into, let's just start from the very beginning here.
The beginning.
Yeah. So very beginning. Superman's getting his ass beat. Like,
yes, pretty much. So he's been Superman for like 3 years. And the thing is like, and they already like tell us like how the world's already like built. It will tell like a little bit brief of how the world built pretty much in the beginning.
And I mean, like, he is like fully like getting his ass beat. You don't know by who. They're calling it the Hammer of Barovia.
The Hammer of Barovia.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this character? He kind of looked like Juggernaut at first. I didn't know who he was. Dude. Yeah. I was like, oh, this must be like a character that's been in the DC universe for a while. Maybe pulled out of a comic book. I was kind of lost.
I think he might be new, like own character.
Maybe. It was interesting for sure.
Never heard of him before either.
Yeah. So essentially, he's getting his ass beat. Superman does like this massive whistle, and then his dog, or a dog that he's watching, Crypto, which we'll get into a spoiler about that. Comes out of nowhere and is beating the shit out of Superman. I mean, you hear the bones cracking.
I think they show a little bit clip of that on YouTube somewhere, but yes, in the beginning of it, you can see Superman getting his ass beat, and he just falling down, and he just couldn't move. So he's calling Crypto to help him get to Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah,
and that's what he does.
But I mean, like every time Crypto was hitting Superman, all you hear is the bones just. That was like, I was blown away by the noises, because he's in pain, and Crypto, like this dog,
he's ass beat, dude.
Yeah. And then they go to the Fortress of Solitude. He's being carried, all in the trailer that you guys
see those robots helping them out.
carry him.
And we also see his dad and his mom.
And Bradley Cooper, featured by Bradley Cooper, is playing his dad. I don't know who the actress was.
Yeah, we should look it up. But yeah, who it was.
I have no idea who the actress was.
And there was like a message of like telling them like the robot trying to translate like the message. It was like, my son, like, I love you something. Hope you have well.
Yeah, so
stuff like that.
This kind of goes into the whole identity thing where Superman's trying to figure out who he is. He had this message from his dad and his mom.
But it's not fully message. It's still like, a little bit like, how do you say it? Cryptic?
It's part of it, but they're speaking in Kryptonian. Yes. So like
Kryptonian, yes.
So the language is it's in like some language they don't fully understand. The robots translate half of the message. The other half of the message is completely broken.
So could it get through?
Exactly. So Superman was kind of like hearing the first half, talking about, my son, I love you. They're kind of going down this rabbit hole of saying all these things that, for him, he's thinking, this is my purpose. This is why they sent me here. And I mean, he came up with like this whole thing in his head that they wanted him to be there for good of man.
To protect the earth, yeah. To help them out, to live a normal life, I guess. Help everyone, to live a good life. And
there's this scene where Lex Luthor and the engineer break into
wait before that, because the engineer followed Superman when he was injured. That's how the engineer know where the Fortress of Solitude is.
Yes.
And when Superman healed, you can kind of see his bone, like really, like when he hit by the beam of sun, you can hear his bone like healing. It's like you can.
Well, we don't have to talk about like every beat of the movie, but
no, we don't, because I like the detail. I like that one.
They were good details. So like every time he's getting hit by the sun in any form or shape, he is regenerating, which is very, very nice. But yeah,
makes sense. That's how we get and the engineer,
But
the engineer follow them.
The engineer follows them. The engineer sees the fortress of whatever that Superman is inside.
Fortress of Solitude is supposed to be like a secret. No one's supposed to know it. Yeah. It's only him and
and his cousin apparently.
Yeah, his cousin.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to tell you. In the end, Supergirl shows up.
Supergirl shows up.
Supergirl shows up to get Crypto. That's Supergirl's dog. That's not his dog.
Yeah, and not only did she go and not only did she go and get the dog, she literally calls him a bitch. She's like,
pretty much.
Like,
and she goes to a party.
I was like blown away by how crazy that was. Okay, so let's go into the relationship.
Well,
all right.
With who?
I was thinking about like the Clark Kent, Lois Lane relationship.
I wish we get to see more Clark Kent. We don't see much Clark Kent here. We get to see like maybe like a little bit. That's about it. With the interview, that's Clark. It's kind of weird, but it's at Clark Kent, but he's like talking as Superman, pretty much.
Yeah, it was definitely Superman, and there like you definitely see this nuance where he's breaking character as like. Where it's like he wants to be Clark Kent, where he sounds like he's squeamish or nerdy or whatever. And then he's going into Superman, where he's like very powerful. The voice, how are you doing, Lois Lane? Like he definitely, he goes like really into like this weird thing like with his voice, and I liked it. But there was definitely something where it just feels like he was just getting beat up, like even in the conversations, he did not know how to communicate. Like
I think
he was just getting like every time like he'd do anything, he's getting beat up visually, he's getting beat up mentally.
He's getting beat up all the time, dude.
Yeah. And it goes a little deeper than that, right? Because Lois Lane's interviewing him, and they're talking about a whole bunch of the memes online, right? So they're bringing in some modern day twists to the comic
internet,
books.
yes.
Yeah, and the internet is definitely kicking his ass. And you find out that Lex Luthor, there's like a whole scene.
That whole scene, like a monkey, like monkey train brain, just to, like shit on Superman, talk shit on Superman online.
Literally. So Lex has a whole bunch of monkeys in a pocket dimension, just typing and like they're just shitting all over Superman.
Super shit. And Superman hated that when they call him that.
Yeah, they call him super shit. There's this whole like it goes down this rabbit hole. Let's go.
Really funny.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit. So Lex Luthor. Let's get into it. So Superman's been doing this for about 3 years.
Yes.
Lex Luthor hates him. And that's
hate him because he thinks he's above human or some or like high being.
Exactly. And that's nothing new, right? We know about that. That's the relationship they're always going to have between the characters.
And we see Lex go through the fortune when Superman home pretty much very easily.
Yeah, so he was able to get into it very easily. On. They don't exactly explain why or how.
You figure it out later, but it's the Ultraman. Let's get to the Ultraman pretty much. Ultraman is like
so
a clone of.
Go right into it. Talk about Superman, who Ultraman is. Yeah. So
Ultraman in this movie is pretty much Lex Luthor have like make a clone of Superman. That's how they get into Superman house, Fortune of Solitude.
Yeah, and I mean like.
Only Superman DNA can get into the house.
I mean, I don't know much about that, but like Lex just like walked right in. Like there was no challenge at all.
Yes.
And
they were rocking because if it's normal people, it's not gonna go up because they have Ultraman there because they have a little bit of Superman DNA. That's why the Fortress started to going out and the door is open for them. Then they go in, they destroy all the robot in there, dude.
Yeah,
like wreck them, dude.
But apparently the robots are fine at the end. So I mean,
I guess they just rebuild this self somehow. They didn't show it, but they rebuild this somehow. Yeah. And they got like a mark. One they have like a mark, and Superman say, make you look unique, you know?
Yeah.
Different.
And I guess one of the guys wanted to be called Gary. So just we might see a robot named Gary in the future. Who knows? So we have the engineer, we have Lex Luthor, and we have Ultraman or Superman clone essentially. And those are the 3 villains. There's also like a couple other villains, but they're not really villains. They're just unfortunate.
Government agents, pretty much.
Yeah, government agents.
You can take another. What is that? What is that dictator?
The Barovia.
The Barovian, the dictator. He's a villain too. You can say.
He is a villain.
Because he did try to invade. He's trying to invade the other country.
Exactly.
Without like Lex help him out too.
But you saw the plan, so there were some plans that Lex wanted it because he wanted to call it Lextopia or something like that.
Because if he get the land, he'll give half to Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and what was the name of it? Luthopia?
Something like that. It's like
I think it was like Luthopia or whatever. Let's talk about the what do they call it? The Justice Gang. Yeah,
Justice Gang. I think Mr. Terrific steal the show. Everybody know it. Yeah, he's amazing. His fight scene is so good.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific.
I wish he would join Superman when he fight Ultraman and the Engineer. And
he got beat up. He got beat up pretty badly.
He got beat up. It's like he got beat up pretty badly. He got knocked out the rest of the fight, dude. And one time when like the fight is over, in the trailer you can kind of see when he say, "What are you doing down there?" or something like that.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm doing my best." Oh, and he got beat up. Yeah, that's when he come back up, pretty much.
Essentially, yeah. So the Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, Fillion.
Amazing.
Fillion did a great job playing the asshole. Guy Gardner is.
He flick out with the rings, like, oh, that's amazing.
The whole when he's doing the ring thing, he's flicking his hand at these tanks and all these soldiers. He's just swatting them away. I mean, and Falcon Girl is played wonderfully. I don't know what is her name. Is it Falcon Girl? Like I
think Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl. She was played wonderfully by the girl from The Last of Us. She played Dina in The Last of Us.
I wish I wish she had more like scenes. She's like 3 or 4 scenes. That's about it.
All she kept doing every time she was in scenes.
Scream. She screamed. Every time she's in battle, she just screamed. She like,
She was just like, ah! I was like, oh my god, dude. I was dying, dude. I was dying. It was just so laughable.
She's just throwing in a fucking mace.
She was beating the shit. She was killing people. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, she was. She was killing people, dude.
100%.
I think Justice like kill people, dude. It's like,
yeah.
Except for I feel like Mr. Terrific. I feel like Mr. Terrific didn't kill. He just beat the shit out of people at the beach. Well, let's talk about his fight scene. His fight scene at the beach was amazing, dude.
His fight scene, but he wasn't killing. He was actually just
like beating the shit out of people,
electrocuting them.
Make you paralyzed, yeah.
Yeah, and then in this universe, one thing I do want to note: Lex Luthor has not found a reliable source of kryptonite.
So, because the only way to get the mix more kryptonite is for metamorpho.
So that's who that was?
The guy with the like elemental, like yes, okay. I think his name is Metamorpho.
Yeah, so essentially Lex in this universe can't find kryptonite. So this is still very early on Lex. He hasn't actually gotten the kryptonite farm to really build up this like armor and I mean, I imagine that if this keeps going,
he knows Superman's weakness is kryptonite.
He knows, yes.
He figured it out.
But not only does Lex know Superman's weakness, but he's also feeding all of the information like it's some type of Street Fighter game through Ultraman.
It's like back and forth, yeah.
So every time Ultraman's fighting Superman, these robots are feeding he's like A10, 4, he's like B2, and essentially Lex through Ultraman is beating the shit out of Superman. He knows every move Superman's gonna make. It's crazy.
Because I think he's been studying Superman closely, because he hates Superman.
Yeah, it was pretty it felt like a Street Fighter moment. I don't know. It was I felt like it was a Mortal Kombat thing.
It was kind of brutal. That's how Ultraman win against Superman first couple rounds. In the beginning, yes. That's how Ultraman wins against Superman, because Lex give him command know every move that Superman's doing, and he's just getting beat up.
But it's all Lex calling the shots. Lex is calling all the shots. So he says B10, then they kind of show you a digital representation of what B10 is. Yeah. Then he actually does it. Ultraman then gets the upper hand on Superman, and then it's Superman gets his ass beat, and it just repeats over and over and over. Eventually Superman catches on to this, and he gets Crypto to essentially take out all the robots.
The robots.
And all these robots get taken out, and then all of a sudden now Ultraman loses his edge on Superman. And there's this line that keeps coming back where Lex is like, brains over brawn. Over brawn. So Superman kind of bounces back on Lex and says, brains over brawn, because Ultraman doesn't have any brains. He's only strong. So losing Lex as his brain.
He's not a perfect clone, but he's a clone that I think is a little bit weaker compared to Superman. The only thing he won, because he only went against Superman because Lex know every move Superman is doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
okay, so all right. In the
he also saved a squirrel. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Superman to save everybody. He even trying to save the kaiju without killing it. But in the end, they did kill the kaiju. Then it was kind of sad.
But Superman didn't kill anybody though. Just so you know.
Superman. It's Superman to kill anybody, because it was a Justice Gang show up, and they end up. I guess they kind of have to, but it was huge kaiju. They were Mr. Terrific throw some bomb, and he's and throw and just explode from inside.
All right, so you already got our verdict. We got an 8.5 for a superhero movie. This is a great start to the DC EU Studios films that James Gunn and Peter, what is his name? Peter Safran? Yeah, Peter Safran and James Gunn, I believe, are establishing. right now, most of the projects that they've done have been all like TV shows and stuff of that nature.
I didn't see Creature Commando. I think I heard it's pretty good.
I heard it was really good.
Peacemaker is amazing.
We could definitely do
Peacemaker have cameo there.
Yes,
they have cameo a little bit for like a little bit.
Yeah. So Peacemaker makes a cameo in there, and Suicide Squad, Rick Flag's father, General Flag, also makes a cameo in there. And
I feel like it's just a quick cameo. He's like 2 or 3 scenes. That's about it.
But he's not badass yet. He's not
badass yet.
He hasn't broke bad protocol, so General Flag is still to be determined.
General, it's just on the I guess office right now.
But I don't know. So like you brought up a good argument when you were mentioning that it may not be in the same universe as Suicide Squad.
Because I think Suicide Squad is in Snyderverse.
And I don't know, because Suicide Squad 2 was in James Gunn's universe.
No. It's still, I think it's still in Snyderverse because I think all the character. Yeah. I think season 2 of Peacemaker will explain like this new universe pretty much. I think because I think in Peacemaker season 1 end we see like Snyder Justice League show up. So I think Peacemaker season 2, hopefully it will explain like how did Peacemaker get there and like how is it there? Because in the trailer of Peacemaker, you can see like the Justice Gang, you can see the Hawk Girl and Maxwell and Guy Garner on there too.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully they explain that, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, who knows it? It's James Gunn, so.
That's pretty much our review of the movie. You got our numbers.
Go watch it.
You got our verdicts. Go watch the movie. We think it's a great movie. I want you guys to support this if you can. And we are going to
make shit ton of money, but still, go watch it. It's Superman.
I think it's gonna make money. I think it's
gonna make shit ton of money.
Yeah.
I think it's already the highest I think domestic opening, something like that.
For DCU?
For this year.
For this year. Okay. So that's these are great things. The movie's a great watch. Go into it with zero expectations. If you know a lot about Superman, you might be disappointed. If you don't know a lot about Superman,
you might love it. You might be disappointed, or you might be love it. Depends. But there was a lot. There was a few jokes, you know.
It's worth it. I say watch.
There was a few what do you say? Not safe for kid. When Lex just started like roulette with that guy with his gun, it just kill him there.
But it's funny because Lex almost like makes it seem like, oh, I thought this was gonna go a lot longer. You know what I mean? So
just fucking. I was like, that. I didn't expect that. I was like, I thought they were gonna
that character was so inconsequential. I didn't know who the character really was.
Yeah, we see in the beginning when the what is that guy's name?
He's like Superman, and he's some type of a lab guy or whatever.
And Superman remember his name too.
Yeah, but like the character didn't have any he didn't do any science stuff or anything that made him stand out.
Grab and pick up Superman, I guess. He got picture of Superman one time.
I do want to close out here. We got to close out because we're going way over 20 minutes, Johnson. All right. So what I will say though is Martha and John, Superman's other parents, whatever.
Amazing. I think pretty good.
They're amazing. There's a scene that's very emotional, and then it kind of goes right back into being a James Gunn film again.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much a good thing. Lex doesn't know about Clark Kent's family yet, so they're still hidden.
Superman trying to keep them hidden from the world, pretty much.
Yes, but I think it's always known that John is supposed to die, so he's still alive. This is still early on.
I mean, this universe, maybe his both parents alive, you know.
Maybe, but it's still early, so we may not know exactly. I do want to say watch the movie, just like Johnson had already noted. And thank you so much for watching the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy, guys, and bye-bye.